Well, unfortunately, overall, it's declined quite a bit. I think at the low end of the spectrum, there's still a tremendous number of collectors, but in the middle, we've seen a huge drop. In the price range of, say, $500 to $50,000, a lot of the mainstream people have gotten older and they retired and they're selling. Now, we have gotten an influx of ultra wealthy. So at the very top end, it's not declined as much as it has in the middle. Hopefully things will change in the future. I mean, there's a lot of people introducing things that could help the market. And, the US government's done a lot in issuing a lot of new types of coins that are interesting, that brings in new collectors. It's just hard to say whether those people at the very elementary level will become more serious collectors and investors. Well, very fortunate for me that we've always sold the very best coins at the very best values. I mean, a lot of companies, it's very tough to work on less than 20 to 30% markup. And in our case, we work much closer because we're right in the thick of things. We're in the pits buying and selling. We get the coins fresh from collectors, investors, and we can work on 10 or 15%. And since we've sold the best coins, a lot of them have actually gone up tremendously. And as a result, we have happy clients. And because we have happy clients, they come back. In some cases, we're dealing with second and even third generation of a family because they're happy with us. And I think that gives us great pleasure and everybody in our staff great pleasure that we can actually make people money when, especially recently, we're kind of in a down market. We've handled a lot of really amazing things, but I think the most remarkable was the Amazonian gold proof set. Every single coin was unique in this set, and every single coin was a treasure. Only one struck. It was from the Trumpeter collection, previously from the Wilkinson pattern collection. And today I think the set is probably worth in excess of $10 million. When we purchased it, we paid right in the $2 million range. And as I say, it's a $1, $2.5, $3, $5, $10, and $20, all with this unique, beautiful Amazonian style woman. It's just an incredible design. And in gold, each and every coin is unique. It's just an amazing item, and I was very glad to be able to be involved when we purchased the Trumpeter collection jointly with Heritage. And to sell an item like that, I'd love to handle it again. There's absolutely one coin that stands head and shoulders above all the rest that I would really have wished to handle, and who knows, maybe it may still be. And that is the Judd 1776, which is the 1907 Indian Ultra High Relief 20. It's an absolutely incredible coin. Again, a unique pattern, also from the Wilkinson collection. It was sold back in the 80s. It is just a spectacular coin with an Indian head front, very similar to the Indian head $10, and a reverse with the flying eagle. Only one was struck, and it's just truly spectacular. Today, I would estimate it being worth between $10 and $20 million. When it sold last at auction, it brought about $500,000. In fact, it sold at the very bottom of the market, and the previous owner, Julian Liebman, had paid over $1 million for it, and then sold it at the very weak point in the market back in the very early 80s, around 81 or 82. Actually, a very good friend of mine who passed away years ago, Jack Hancock, was the purchaser. and he sold it to a very wealthy individual who still has the coin way back from the 80s. And again, it's a spectacular coin. Technically it is a pattern, but I think it's America's most beautiful coin, and just absolutely remarkable. And I wish I could have owned it, and maybe someday I will. This is a very interesting question, and I've, over the years, thought about this. When I first started PCGS with my partners, my concept, okay, and a few of the other members were in agreement with this, was that PCGS should have been a nonprofit. I believe if PCGS was a nonprofit like the GIA, the coin business would be remarkably better today. I think that the idea of making it a profit company and really changing what its purpose is has hurt the coin business tremendously. I think it was a very good thing when John Albanese, one of the other partners, left and started NGC as a competing body, but still not good enough. I think that the diamond industry, which is quite a bit larger, with the GIA, GIA stands far above any other grading company, and it's because it's not for profit. There is no incentive not to get it right every single time. In the coin business, with coin grading, there's a lot of subjectivity, there's campaigning, there's different issues that make it a far from perfect situation. And I was there at the forefront, being the person that actually set the grading standards. And I wish I could have convinced everyone that this should be a nonprofit. I personally believe that if PCGS started as that rock foundation in that term, it would have made a tremendous difference. And if I could go back in time, that's what I would do.